Whenever this scene pops up, instead of raising my arms, I raise my legs. But this also made me genuinely want to make a proper, in-depth Sunday analysis video, but Bobo Weekly has taken me hostage and demanded that I make a Sunday video within 3 days to repair his public image. But yeah, honestly, I was going to talk solely about Full Wish because she's an interesting antagonist to look at, but she did Sunday dirty like that, so get the fuck out. I gotta put my man first. It's no denial that the recent quest was a massive turning point for Sunday, especially with how it directly mirrors his actions in Penacony. Now, I'm not going to walk through a deep psychological and philosophical discussion here, or even like a 10 irrefutable reasons why Sunday should be a nameless. We'll have to wait for that in another video, but today will be more of an afterthought of Sunday's journey being in exile. For those who may not know, I did a couple of deep dive analysis on him, so feel free to check them out first and then come back to this video. If not, then grab a drink and welcome to stay for a chat. Honkai Star Rail version 4.2 second phase is dropping, and I can hear whispers through the walls to pull for irresistible characters. Which is why this segment is sponsored by Buff. Buff is an officially authorized partner of Tencent Games, so your account stays safe and secure. The prices are cheaper, like you can get the biggest Oniric Shard package for only $94.99. And if you're a new user, you also get an extra 5% off. It's also a super simple 3-step process. Don't worry, you've got plenty of payment options like card, PayPal, Google Play, and Apple Pay. You name it. So before you dive into the Gamba arena, check out Buff. Hit the link in the description and my pinned comment and use my code KIT02 for 10% off. That is KIT02 for 10% off on any ZZZ and HSR top-ups at Buff. So post-Penacony, it was kind of a bummer that we couldn't get much more about Sunday, especially when Amphorius started. While it did suck, I also kind of get it. Maybe it was a missed opportunity that we didn't get to see Sunday experience Amphorius more fully, but at the same time, I also respect that decision. Amphorius already had a lot going on, and putting too much focus on Sunday might have made the story feel even more crowded. Plus, they were more focused on strengthening the bond between the trio first. And I do believe that Sunday's story needed its own space, and Amphorius probably wasn't the right stage for that yet. Especially when that weird blank space on his outfit is edging us so bad. And truthfully, I just finished the Penacony quest with Dahlia in it, and my perception about Sunday still hasn't changed. Like, he's still stupid in a very endearing way. But let's not completely dwell on the past too much, because so far I'm quite happy to see what he's been up to in Planicardia. I love how we get to see more of him, and I don't just mean in terms of screen time, but also his attitude and how he's being presented with other people. Okay, I'm actually feeling a little giddy about this because duh. It's Sunday, but let me try to sort my thoughts out. I think the biggest change I've seen about Sunday is that he feels more human now. Back in Penacony, Sunday had this almost untouchable image. He cared about people, but his care was always filtered through authority and domination. He saw humanity as something fragile, something that needed to be protected. And the problem was he wasn't really meeting people as equals, and rather he was looking at them from above, even when he thought he was helping them. And while that came from a place of genuine concern, it also created a cold distance. But we know this isn't all there is to him, because we can see it in the way he cares for Robin and in all his little quirks. Whether it's him secretly being Robin's biggest fan, his love for desserts, or the weird shit he did as a child, he's just a regular person at the end of the day. And I believe believe this is one of Sunday's biggest charms to most of his fans, including myself. Then in Planicardia, we get to see more of that side of him. Instead of carrying that authoritative presence, he's just being seen as some guy. First off, I think it's a very humbling experience for him, and not just in Planicardia though. I think the moment Herta was like, "Who the fuck are you?" and casually bantering with him sorta puts him into place right off the bat during his first travel with the Astral Express. And frankly, I think that's where his relationship with people starts to become more interesting, because I feel like Sunday's growth isn't just about him reflecting on his past alone, but also about how he learns to exist around other people without standing above them. While we're all aware that he's on a path to redeem himself, that also explains why he acts so careful and overly polite around everyone at first after being railed. But over time, there's this growing fondness between him and the people around him, especially within the Astral Express. Like him not minding being called Sunday? Hello? An ex I could never. Anyways, while Trailblazer always tried to jokingly bully and tease him sometimes, I think Sunday is not just accepting it because he felt he deserved it, but I think he actually likes it. That might be a headcanon, but you can't deny the growing bond he has with them. And you know these feelings are genuine because maybe not a lot of people notice, but he's still got that snarky side of him. He only brings out that sharper tone with people he doesn't fully trust yet. Like when March tried to prank them with her Evernight form in Amphorius, or during his encounter with Yao Guang for their collaboration. The restraint he keeps around himself is slowly starting to loosen as he learns to trust other people and work aside them. I like that he learns to get that humans aren't helpless after all, and more than reliable to help you. But more than that, I'm also talking about his own inner desires. And I think that's one of the most interesting aspects of him so far. I think almost everything I said about him is interesting, but okay. I mean, Sunday's actions have always been selfish. What he did was not right, but they were mostly born from a selfless place. There was always a grander purpose behind them, whether it was protecting Robin or, creating a world where people wouldn't suffer. And the choices he made were mostly constrained by duty, guilt, and also his faith. So now we're finally starting to witness what Sunday actually wants for himself. And the mask being a raven, symbolizing inner desires, does give us a clue that something's maliciously brewing inside him. Seriously though, Sunday is starting to ask himself more questions instead of just what should I do or what is the correct way. Through his recent experiences, he's showing hints of questioning what does he want? Where does he belong? Will he wake up in Welt's bed again tomorrow? And what kind of life he wants after Penacony. By experiencing this firsthand, he comes to realize that probably the paradise he sought isn't a perfect world where there's no pain and no one suffers, but agency, be it the freedom to question, to choose, and of course, to decide what happiness means for yourself. From the beginning, his intentions have always been wanting to guide people in the best way possible. Just as Robin says, his brother came to the wrong conclusion. His original aspiration was similar to the Trailblaze, yet the road he walked was one named the domination or the conquest. And taking everything I mentioned all together, having him among the crowd, putting trust on people, and understanding the privilege to simply choose for yourself all starts to teach him the spirit of trailblazing. As Welt puts it, they are like the sails. They cut through the storm, not caring for its welfare, nor does it try to command the ship's course, but it will help those who wish to fight to traverse safely. In other words, their value doesn't come from how much they can fix, but from how well they can stand beside someone while they fix themselves. And that's why, as much as Sunday's exile is a punishment, it feels more like a breath of fresh air for him. I really like the direction they're going for Sunday. He's starting to change because he's being forced to taste his own medicine. And you can see that realization in the way some of his remarks Sounds like he's calling himself out. And I really felt like a proud mom after he finally learned what trailblazing means. Like, give him that damn ticket already. But besides all the heavy stuff, I also enjoy how Sunday never quits being nosy. I mean, yeah, he's got his birds everywhere now, but on the internet too, you can find him replying under every comment about him. That just proves he has all the time to lurk on post. Like, I get that you're not the family head anymore, so you can do whatever you want now, but it's still kind of hilarious, and I think he is no different from the trio anyways. Again, I wish I had more time to make a more well-thought video, but the furbo got me bad. Anyways, I would like to know about your thoughts on Sunday now, and what do you think his next grand scheme is going to be? If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like and subscribe for more, and here's our Kittens membership shoutout. Thanks for the support, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!